Welcome back to the Precision Trader. Just want to do another market overview using the number one leading indicator in the stock market, the order book, Bookmap. And what we're going to do today is show you Zoom. We picked up three winners on Zoom today. And before I get started, I just want to show for anyone that would like to come into the server and look at plays. At the end of the day, what I've started doing is at the end of the day, I'm going to put this channel, make this channel visible, our day trade channel. So ones can come back and review it that are non-members. You can see since I've started posting our order book plays in this channel, 168-1, 33 green days in a row. And you can see prime example of play today. Shorting Zoom at 210, 211, send the screenshot of the liquidity level, and then the exit 207. Take the rest, take half at 208, and then the rest at 207. So with that said, for anyone that's interested, that is available to you. So with that, let's get back into the order book education. So see, Bookmap today, like the rest of the market, was dumping. Now we got it sent out that I was getting it at 215 in the pre-market, and I was looking to take that for this pump here into this liquidity at 219, 220. Again, wasn't holding on to much today because again we had already went over the pre-market prep and how the SPY was very weak and was expecting more downside. So, and we know 3 out of 4 stocks are going to dump with SPY and they're going to pump with SPY. So with that said, we didn't send out an alert on Zoom until it got to 200. That's where we were looking for our buy the dip. But at the same time, considering Zoom had, went from 250 yesterday to 200 now, hasn't been back to 200 in a year and a half. About a year and a half. We knew there'd be a lot of interest with this stock, and the order book, it backed that up. So again, we're looking for these major bands of liquidity, major levels of buyers and sellers, and you see it here with these heavy orange and red levels. So our first play was 200, and we got that right here, which was our initial hit on the 200 liquidity. Got a quick pop back up to 202. 203 excuse me, and took it there. Wasn't getting greedy on that. Sent out that we were looking for a re-entry, 198 to 195. We got that 198 entry here, pops all the way back up to 202 to 203. That was another take profit level. As you can see, why are we taking profit here? Because we've seen sellers coming back in the book here. And the same thing in this instance as well. When we start seeing sellers come in, we're playing a bounce, and we start seeing sellers come into the book, we're going to be quick to take profit. Now the liquidity levels aren't as thick and as defined, so you have to, it just comes with just seeing it. So we see a prime example here, pushes down into 197 liquidity. Pushes right back up to this 190, 199. Sellers were there. Now, granted, if we move down to smaller increments, we'll be able to see the 50-cent increments. We can see these sellers coming into the book here easier. But at the same time, we don't want to get too sucked into the small liquidity, then we miss the big picture. So with that said, 190, 195, great. Tons of buyers here. So we were just waiting for SPY to pump. Mentioned how when SPY dumps, more times than not, they're going to pump it into the end of the day. And that's exactly what we got today. And finally comes back in, absorbs some more of these sellers, plenty of buyers there, pops off. And what we said we were looking for was get back on top of the VWAP for SPY and Zoom. Sure enough, once it does that, off to the races. And where's it running to? Next major level of liquidity once we get on top of the VWAP, which was 210, and we were sitting there ready to short it. And yeah, if you come to the server, let me say, you can see all these plays that we had on Zoom today, and we shorted that back to 207. Just one final stock. I know I don't think people like these longer videos, so just want to do a quick reminder of how powerful SPXL is for helping you to see where the major buyers and sellers are for the SPY, S&P 500. The SPY itself, you cannot differentiate between the liquidity on SPY. It's just way too much there. It doesn't give you any direction. So, but with SPXL, we get clear direction. Again, we're looking for the major bands, major thick orange, red bands of liquidity. And sure enough, we can see today SPY pushes up, rejects off this major line of liquidity sellers here, and they knock it all the way back down to buyers here. They push it up to the VWAP. Of course, we know there's always seller at the VWAP when you're below it. They knock it down to the buyers again. They knock it back to the VWAP. VWAP sellers knock it back down to the buyers here. And then finally, we were looking for, excuse me, we were looking for support on the VWAP. Finally got it here the last hour or so of the day. And from there, once we got on top of that VWAP, where was it heading? To the next major level of liquidity. In this case, yeah, for SPY, what was that? 168. So that, yeah, I mentioned look for a $2 pop once we got on top of that VWAP, and then that's exactly what we got. So if you're not using the SPXL for your SPY and a market leading indicator, yep, might want to try that out. Works really well. So with that said, that'll do it for this video. Hope this video helped you. And again, if you want to see how to use this live, this indicator live in action, feel free to come visit the server. Yeah, love to have you, and thank you for taking time to watch the video.